Okay, good morning, friends. Aaron's got golf lessons this morning, and I have a chiropractor appointment. So I thought I would take you along with me and the kids when we go into town. We're just going to go to the chiropractor. From my hospital stay or being in the ER, I'm not really sure, but I think I've got ribs out in the front of my chest. Thankfully, I booked a chiropractor appointment 3 weeks ago. I had a chiropractic appointment 3 weeks ago, and I booked out to now, which worked out really good because I desperately do need to be seen. So hopefully she'll be able to use her little clicker adjuster and get my ribs back in or whatever's going on. So I'm just gonna share with you guys a little bit of what we're doing today. Still moving slow, still taking it easy. I did post a reel and you guys are excited because I'm back to myself, but I'm not quite there yet. Just taking it one day at a time, and tried to do some gardening yesterday. I think that made the chest pain a lot worse. I was pulling weeds and raking and scraping some weeds, and now I woke up this morning and I definitely have more pain in my chest. So we're gonna get that taken care of today. Baked a loaf of bread this morning. I am able to set up my bread machine so that it has a delay on it, and so this morning I was woken up at 6 o'clock to the smell of fresh baked bread, and that was really nice. Glad to be baking again and giving my kids whole foods made from scratch. We had a few months where we traveled a lot, where we were really busy, where we had homeschool and golf and mountain biking and all these things going on, trips out of town. And during that time, the kids had lots of convenience foods. So we're doing kind of a big detox. We're getting back to our meals made from scratch. I'll share with you in this video what I made for dinner last night, and depending on what I make tonight, I'll try to share that as well. My plan is to make some sheet pan chicken tenders and some sheet pan potatoes, and then some vegetables that are already frozen, prepared, and then I just have to throw them in a pan with some seasoning. So I'll do that tonight and make a super easy dinner. But we're just getting back to basics here. We're gonna bring our diets back in check because I was definitely eating some questionable foods, and I think that's what possibly angered my pancreas and put me into a 10-day bout of acute pancreatitis, which has now been diagnosed as chronic pancreatitis because I keep getting it. And so once you have it after so many times, they determine that you have chronic pancreatitis. It just keeps happening. Still months out from seeing a GI doctor, but we have a plan that when I have pancreatitis again, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when I have pancreatitis again, we're gonna make the 2-hour drive to a different hospital that's farther away that does have a GI specialist. They have a whole team. So if I need to be admitted, I will be seen by a GI doctor for sure. We do not have a GI doctor here, so that's been a struggle when I go to this hospital here. They just don't know what to do with me. So I was admitted to get potassium and to get fluids, and then they gave me the option the next day of I could stay there and rest and continue on their diet and continue with the IV fluids and things, or I could go home since I wasn't vomiting anymore and I could try to hydrate and manage my care at home. So I chose to come home and be with my family. I spent a few days in bed here at home, and then what do you know, I've got life to get back to, I've got content to create, I've got brand deals I have to uphold, and a family that I have to take care of, and a house that needed to be deep cleaned. So slowly but surely I'm getting my life back together, and if you know me, you know that you can't keep me down for long, but that 10 days that I was vomiting was horrendous, and it definitely wiped me out. I was laid up in bed and couldn't do anything. So we're just catching back up on life, and it's gonna take some while to catch back up, and that's okay. You've got some leg cramps, buddy?
Butter. I'm gonna put the jam at the table. Grab a butter knife for me.
Dad made breakfast this morning. Keeping me off my feet for a little bit this morning, which is a huge help.
Riker, this is for your... Riker.
Okay, last night, and I'll share it right here, but you know, some weeks the kids love bananas, some weeks they don't love bananas. So last night we, I say we like I have a mouse in my pocket. we're gonna go start the freeze dryer. So I keep my freeze dryer out here in the garage. And we're gonna get it going this morning for these banana slices that I sliced up. I stayed up late last night slicing bananas and doing all the things like that so that we could have these freeze-dried bananas because my kids haven't been wanting to eat them. I'm turning on my freeze dryer. So, did I turn it on or did I turn it off? Oh, I turned it on. And once it's on, it is turning on. Up here, I have, this is upside down, but I have a WeVac. And these are the bags and containers to it. But I have a WeVac to review for you guys. I just haven't done any food preservation or anything yet. So we're gonna freeze dry these bananas. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna WeVac. It's a vacuum chamber sealer, and it sucks all the air out of the bags of food that you want to preserve. So we're gonna hit start. And this is gonna start pre-chilling my Stay Fresh freeze dryer. And it says wait 15 minutes before loading trays. So we're gonna give it 15 minutes. All my bananas are frozen from last night and they're in the deep freezer. So we're gonna get those going in just a minute. And then we're gonna make, with the freeze-dried banana chips, we're gonna get some chocolate and we are gonna coat the banana chips in some chocolate and have a sweet, yummy treat. All right, so I'm gonna put the trays into the freeze dryer now that it's all cooled off. We just had a talk with the kids about miscarriage, and I was pregnant last week when I was hospitalized, and I don't know if it was the CT scan, the contrast dye, or what, but miscarried really early on, so no baby this time, and that's okay. Mommy was not quite well enough, so God knows what's best, right? Ow, I just scraped my chin. I'm pretty sure I scraped the skin off of it. It's very sore. Anyways, if you see a brown spot on my chin, it's because of this Yakima rack back there. It's because of the cargo carrier. All right, so it tells us trays are ready to load. I've got to take the sheet off because air needs to circulate through the machine. I've got these nifty lifty lids that I use to cover my trays. And see, we're just taking these off one by one. Loading the trays. Now these trays aren't stacked full of fruit. I just put 3 bananas on each tray. 3 bananas on each tray, maybe 4 on a few of these, but it's just how we did it to get them in here. All right, so continue. There we go. And these will process for the next 24 hours, and then we'll have banana chips. There we go, there's the welt. Nearly gashed my chin on that silly thing. All right, yep, everything's good to go. Just wanted to show you guys, you gotta make sure all the air can circulate, so I've got my stuff piled up here on top. Probably shouldn't have anything on there, but it's gonna be okay. All right, we are headed to the chiropractor. Kids got themselves all loaded up. I'm having so much pain in my chest, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but I've got, I got ribs out or something. Something's going on, and it hurts really bad when I breathe, and it's been like this since I was in the hospital, but it's gotten worse. It got worse, especially because yesterday I went into my garden and I was pulling weeds and probably doing too much. So I'm in a lot of pain this morning. So thankfully, headed to the chiropractor now. We've got everybody in here. And we'll see if the door shut. If not, Mommy will have to shut it. That's okay. Rear right door ajar. I'll get it, babe. All right, we're headed to the chiropractor. Okay, so we went to the chiropractor, and I did have a lot of displaced or ribs that were kind of out of whack. And of course my back is always out of whack. So she got all of that back into place. What I don't understand about this chiropractor I go to, and I should ask her, is why is it a different price every time I come in? Because she's treating me the exact same way. She might do an extra click here and there, but I don't understand why the charges vary $20 in either direction. So sometimes I'll go in, it'll be $40. Sometimes I'll go, or $30. Sometimes I'll go in and it'll be $70. And it's not $20 in every direction. It's like $30, $40 in every direction. So, but it's really good chiropractic care and it really helps me. So worth it. Okay, I'm drinking a lemon water right now. I'm trying to get this pancreas cleansed and cleared out. So we picked up some fresh lemons. And stopped at like this little farmer's market place. We got 2 melons, 8, 9, something like that, lemons. I got 3 avocados. I'm gonna make a salad later on with some greens from our garden because we have lettuce up in our garden. We've got like butter crunch lettuce, I think, and spinach. So I might make a salad in a little bit, and then 2 little pints of blueberries. And right now Hagen is looking up a chocolate cake recipe, and we talked about it in the car, and she wants to make a cake all by herself. She's Hagen, how old are you? 10? Yes. Hagen's 10, and she wants to bake a cake all by herself, and I said that's fine. I'm gonna lay in bed and rest, but I'm gonna help her get the mixing stuff. We're gonna get the ingredients going, and then she's gonna do it all herself because this is gonna be a learning experience. She's gonna clean it all up herself. She's got this is our homeschool lesson for today, so she's got everything written down. And what I told her was, from here forward, write down every recipe that you're gonna experiment and make. And then we're gonna put it in a binder or a folder for you. So now she's gonna start her own collection of recipes. So she's picked out a chocolate recipe cake. It has a little bit of espresso in it, so I'm gonna get the powder grinded up for her. And then I'm gonna let her go to it. We're not gonna film. I'm gonna go lay down and rest. She's gonna bake a cake for her and her siblings. And
hi.
Say hi, YouTube.
Hi.
And let her get to that. If she has any questions, she can come in and ask me. My arm is exhausted from holding up my camera for 2 minutes. It's shattered, so I'm gonna sign off of here, and Hagen's gonna bake her cake, and we're gonna show you the end result. All right, we finished making the cupcakes. We're not gonna put icing on them, and they're beautiful, and you wouldn't know it if we did put icing on them, that they sunk in a little bit. I'm not sure what we did. Maybe we overmixed. I don't know. I'm the one who mixed. So I might have overmixed it a little bit. Ooh, that one's hot. We had a cake, and then we've got all these minis that are kind of stuck in the pan too. But that was a fun first baking experience. How'd you like it, Hagen?
Amazing.
She did a good job. And what's on the menu for tomorrow?
It's lemon blueberry scones.
Lemon blueberry scones. And we'll make those in the morning. Tonight we're gonna have some chicken tenders and some potatoes and vegetables, but I'm feeling super dizzy, so I'm gonna go lay down. I sat most of the time while Hagen did this. I just helped with the mixing part and sat over there in that chair. That's like my kitchen sitting resting chair that my father made. My father's a blacksmith, and he made this chair. So I have another one too, but we just don't have room for it inside at this time. So that's where I've been sitting and resting while Aaron and now the kids are helping cook. It's funny, it's by necessity that they're learning to cook for themselves, because otherwise I would do it because I'm mama hen. But when I'm knocked down and out, it's like, well, if you want these things, you're gonna have to learn how to make them, because I can't be on my feet very long. So it's working out. Hagen's learning. Riker learned how to make eggs and toast and things like that long ago. And they can make themselves oatmeal. We do have a gas fire range, so it's just a matter of them being the correct height to be able to use it safely on their own. That's really the only thing, and we don't do stools or any kind of things like that around the stove for them to learn, just because it's just dangerous. I'm just not doing that, not till they're tall enough and they can keep their arms and stuff away from the flames. So baking is working now. Hagen's getting pretty tall, so she's not quite cooking over the stove yet. Riker is. And so he helps with stuff like that. Hagen does help me with the stove thing sometimes, but her arms, they're just still so low that it gets too hot on her. I'm gonna drink some more lemon water. I drank this whole pint while we made the cupcakes. I rested and drank that, so I'm gonna make another one and keep trying to flush out my digestive system. And whew, oh my goodness. My phone feels like it weighs 700 pounds, and I vlog holding my phone, and I can definitely tell how incredibly weak I am because I cannot hold my phone for very long. It is exhausting. So I'm gonna go lay down and rest this afternoon. It's 2 o'clock. I've got to make it through the rest of the day. So since we've had some lunch and a treat, we are just going to rest until dinner time, and then I'll get up and or maybe Aaron will be home at that point and he can make dinner. So, day in the life with Mama 5, recovering from pancreatitis. Back in here in the kitchen, and we are making some early dinner. So down here we've got our potatoes. These are yellow potatoes quartered up. I love the seasoning. I'm gonna put it on the chicken and the potatoes today. So we're just gonna season these up. Mix them up in the bowl, dump them on the pan, throw them in the oven at 400 degrees for a little while, and we're gonna throw the chicken on top as well. And that's gonna be our lunch. I'm gonna cut up this chicken real quick, and not lunch. That's gonna be our dinner. We're just gonna go ahead and make it now because everybody's super hungry again, so we're gonna make this now. All right, this is what we're having as our salad alongside with our chicken and potatoes. It's just tomatoes and cucumbers with a lemon, a whole lemon squeezed on it, some olive oil, salt and pepper, and it is amazing. It is so good. The kids have already been eating it. I'm gonna serve them up little bowls. They're gonna go ahead and have this now. And then when the potatoes and the chicken are done, they're gonna have potatoes and chicken. But this is a little before dinner salad. Hagen, here, Riker. Good little, cute little salad. I think this is worth noting too. I quit coffee. So I didn't drink any coffee. I had one, like half a cup at the hospital that they brought me. Like, why would you bring a pancreatitis patient coffee? But anyways, so they brought me coffee, and I guess it was to stave off any headaches in case I had like a coffee addiction. But by that point I was already so many days, like 6 or 7 days from having coffee. So I figured this was a good time to quit. I never in my life thought I would quit coffee. And here I am. I have switched over to herbal teas in the morning. I just have 1 cup of tea in the morning. I have a cup of tea at night before bed. And that's my new routine. So I'm pretty excited about that because I really think that coffee was doing more harm than good for my body. And I just never could imagine getting off of coffee. And this sickness made me quit coffee. All right, the tomato cucumber salad. The kids ate over half of what was there, so the rest is going to be for me and Aaron later. And then this is the plate of chicken that's left. The kids are eating some chicken. The potatoes are still cooking, so once the potatoes are done, I'm going to serve those up as well. All right, friends, that's dinner for tonight whenever the rest of the kids get hungry. Some of them weren't hungry. We've got a little bit of that left. Most of them, all of them ate that. A few of them had some chicken. One of them had potatoes, but the rest of them aren't that hungry. Riker's battling an earache, so. We've got some homeschool to finish up. Annika's got about a week left of homeschool, and the other kids are nearly done. I think they have a week left as well. We turn our computers in next week, and Annika graduates from kindergarten, and everybody moves up a grade, so it's been a good time. It's been a good year, and we are ready for summer break. Yeah, I'll see what else we get into this evening, but I'm gonna go lay down and rest. I laid down for about 15 minutes last time and then got up and made dinner, And it is 4 o'clock now, early dinner. At least it's ready, so whoever's hungry, whenever they're hungry, they can eat. And then Aaron is at work. He'll be home maybe 5:30 or 6, I'm not quite sure. He is giving lessons and doing golf club fittings, I believe, today. So he also worked in the pro shop for a little while, but that's his thing. He loves golf, so anytime he gets to be at the golf course is usually good for his headspace. He's been having his own set of battles with his health lately and hasn't played a full round in a while. Of course, with me sick, he could not get to the golf course, and that was fine with him. He was over a week that he did not go to the golf course at all. So he took care of the house, took care of the kids, held the fort down while I was down and out. And then now he's getting back to it, and the kids kind of know just to take it easy on me. We played outside all day yesterday. I sat in the sun, and then today we've ran some errands, did some things in town, and then came home, and we've just been laying low because I am whooped. I say laying low, but we've been in the kitchen for the last 4 hours, it seems like. So yeah, I'm gonna go rest now. Some of you have asked in the comments what it's like having pancreatitis, and well, I didn't make it all the way to my bed. I was walking around my bed and I just collapsed right here on the floor, and I'm curled up in a ball. That's about as much as I can curl up into a ball. I've got Annika up there on the bed doing her home schoolwork. So she's up there. She just brings her computer over here to me for me to check and make sure she's on the right video. But Aaron's about an hour or less from coming home, so I'm just trying to make it until he gets home. But I had some solids I had some dinner. I tried a couple potatoes. I tried a little bit of that cucumber tomato salad, and I had some chicken. I guess I'm not ready for that yet. I guess it's still too soon for me to, I'm just starving, you guys. I'm starving, and I've done it to myself, right? I've done this to myself. So right now I'm just trying to get through the stomach pain aspect of it. I'm not vomiting or anything right now, but every time I've tried to introduce solids, I've ended up with a little bit of stomach pain, and this is a pretty severe, not severe, but I can't straighten up. I can't sit up. I can't get up. Just kind of stuck here on the floor, 10 feet from my spot in my bed. And I guess I could try to get up and muster myself over there, but it hurts so bad to move. And I'm just trying to get it to calm down before Aaron gets here, because if it gets worse, of course I'm going to go to the hospital. I just took my temperature. My chiropractor today said that I'm running hot. So I took my temperature and I'm about 99. But I've been running about 99 for the last week and a half. 98 on my forehead, 99 over here. And if I go behind my ear, it's 100, 101 behind my ear. And that's with an infrared thermometer. But my chiropractor said my back was hot today. My back was running, she felt heat from my body. So clearly some inflammation going on in my body. But yeah, so this is, I'm back, gotta go back on the liquid diet. Gotta go back on that. Not ready for solid foods yet. Tried to work my way up to solid foods, but it's just not happening. So yeah, this is me. Curled up on the floor underneath of my desk, because this is how far I made it. I got up from the bed, went into the bathroom. Got up from the bed, went into the bathroom, sat on the toilet for a few minutes, and then tried to make it back to the bed, and I just haven't made it back. But that's okay. I just lay here until the pain goes away. My medication is about 10 feet away, but I took an anti-nausea pill when I started to feel the stomach pain. About an hour ago, I took the anti-nausea pill before I made dinner, because I wanted to try to eat dinner. So I took the anti-nausea pill, ate a little bit. I didn't even eat like full servings or anything. I just had a couple bites of chicken, a couple bites of that salad, a couple bites of potatoes, and put me in this shape. So I'm just trying to, it's a thing. Like, I don't know if this is going to get worse or not. I have no idea what's going to happen. So I just have to lay still until the pain subsides, until I can get up. Sometimes it's hours. I've laid on the floor for 6 hours before. And that's why I don't like to go out with my kids alone, because I don't know where I'm going to be dropped down into this position. Breathing hurts. Yeah. This is pancreatitis, friends. This is chronic pancreatitis. And not to mention the chronic back pain and the autoimmune disease. So that's my life. And you guys see me, I'm happy, I smile, I try to share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And this is the bad of it all. I had such a good day until now. And I was just stupid. I'm not ready for food yet. And I knew it. I should have known better. You just get to a point where you're so hungry and you've lost so much weight and you're just desperate to eat real food. This is about as far as I can make it when I get up. So I'm just, my knees are still underneath of me. My knees are still, oh, it hurts so bad. It hurts all the way to my gallbladder this time. All the way to my gallbladder. It's all across the top underneath my rib cage, all the way from my left to my right. Okay. I'm gonna close this vlog out here. Aaron's home, taking care of everybody. A friend brought by homeopathic remedy belladonna. I was on the floor for about 2.5 hours. Took a dose of that, and after about 5-10 minutes, I was able to get up off the floor and get myself into bed. So that's where I've been, and I'm just gonna lay here and rest. I'm gonna get up and get ready for bed, go to sleep for the night. I don't know what's going on out there, but they've got it managed, and I'm just better and glad to not be in that severe, sharp stabbing pain in my stomach. I had severe bloat, stabbing pains if I tried to move, but amazingly, the belladonna helped. My friend looked it up. She's been looking up homeopathic remedies for me, and she's really been helpful for me. So thank you, Penny, for being a huge help in bringing that stuff by. And yeah, I'll get this video edited and uploaded to you guys soon so you can see what it's like a day in the life with chronic pancreatitis. And I'm still healing from my last major flare. So it's just part of the journey.